For discussion board number 1, we're going to talk about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So before you can answer the discussion board, you need to make sure that you've fully read Maslow's hierarchy of needs by Saul MacLeod and completed your metacognitive reading log. You won't be able to answer these questions without having done this step. So for this week, your prompt has 2 parts. Number 1, I would like you to summarize Maslow's hierarchy of needs. What are the 5 levels? And give an example for each level. And number 2, I want you to reflect on your own life in relation to Maslow. So, consider how COVID-19 has impacted your needs according to Maslow's hierarchy. Explain how the pandemic has affected at least 2 of Maslow's levels and give examples from your own life. For instance, if we're thinking back to the start of the pandemic, one of the major things that happened to almost every single person on the planet is they were no longer able to go to work or to school, or their connection with other people was severely limited. So this might affect the 3rd level of Maslow's hierarchy, love and belonging. And an example of that might be, I can't go and see my family in Southern California right now. That's not something that I can do. I'm only really able to hang out with my sister as my immediate family. So that's one example of what an effect of COVID-19 on a Maslow level might look like. Let's review your requirements briefly. So number 1, this is due by Friday at midnight. There's no more posts after that. You don't need to worry about MLA format here, and because we're not looking at anything but this article, we don't need to worry about citation. Just make sure that if you're pulling quotes from the article, you're putting them inside of quotation marks, including the paragraph or page number on the end. Your requirements in terms of length are 2 paragraphs and 300 words. And you do need to respond to 2 classmates when you're done making your initial post. Each response should be 75 words at minimum, and you're going to begin that response by addressing the person by name, and maybe you want to talk a little bit about a shared experience that you have, or if you notice something in their post that seems similar or dissimilar to what you're going through and what you talked about. So again, we're not looking for a very basic, yes, I agree with you, or no, I disagree with you. We're really looking to start a conversation. A few key features about how you would go about making sure you're applying to the right people. We press this button right here at the bottom of the instructions in order to open up the reply box. You can type your replies right here, and please keep track of your word count down below. It's listed right above the blue post reply button. So remember that we're writing 2 paragraphs, and that paragraph should be divided, so make sure we're not just getting one solid wall of text. And once your reply is posted, make sure that you refresh your page by going up here and pressing refresh. That way you can see what other people have written and go ahead and reply to them as well. So one more time, this is due Friday at midnight. You need to make sure that you've read the article before you begin working on this, and that you also reply to 2 classmates by Friday at midnight.